This is Andrew Cherry, keyboardist and backing vocalist for As Calvary Comes. Last year on my YouTube account I used to use for my music, and I still use it for my solo stuff, I made a Mayhem Fest rant on the 2012 lineup. And I thought I'd do it again on the 2013 lineup. Why not? Now, the 2012 lineup caused a lot of controversy. No one really liked it. It was kind of like a lot of people liked it and a lot of people didn't. And already the lineup for this one is getting some backlash already. And, I think this is one of the better. It's one of the bigger lineups. Let me tell you that. I also think it's one of the big. I think it's a cool lineup, just in my opinion. Now I will go through all these bands, and there's only 3 bands I'm not too sure about. So if it's cool for you, and if you have any comments, tell me the album from these bands that I don't really know about, and I will go listen to them and check them out. Those 3 bands are Butcher Babies, Thrown into Exile, and Huntress. So if there's any certain EPs or albums or songs I should listen to first by them, that I should be introduced into this band, please leave the song name and all that stuff in the comments section. I will check them out. All right, so and those are the 3 bands. It's Butcher Babies, Thrown into Exile, and Huntress. Those are the 3. I've already kind of went over those 3 bands. Big shout outs to them. Leave comments. I really don't know these bands, but I would like to get to know more about them. So leave your favorite song, your favorite album, or favorite EP by them, and I will go check it out as soon as I can. So let's begin with the lineup. All right. Motionless in White is playing Mayhem Fest. Now, I know this band is going to get a lot of controversy, but I think it's actually not a bad fit for this band. I'm so sorry. I'll answer that in a few minutes. I think Motionless in White is actually not a bad candidate for the Mayhem Fest. They are a gothic, metalcore band, and they have elements of gothic, industrial, even groove metal. I was introduced to them when their album Creatures came out. I thought it was a pretty decent effort, and I really didn't get too into them. And then Infamous came out, and I actually really enjoyed Infamous. It didn't have breakdowns all the time. There was a lot of diversity in the vocalist. I think his name is Chris Motionless. He had a lot of diversity in the vocals. I mean, you can argue with me. He had those piercing highs, those kind of more Cradle of Filth raspy highs, and you got those guttural lows, the mids. And then he felt like he had 3 different types of clean singing. Number 1, he had the Marilyn Manson kind of grit to his voice, rasp to his voice, or whatever. And then there was kind of the poppy post-hardcore melodic singing that most people know. And then there's like this more like a heavy metal kind of grit to this, in some of the choruses. I thought that was really cool. So, and actually, the electronics in it aren't too bad. I mean, they're not like Icy Stars. They're actually very nice in there. They got really cool grooves. This is a very tight band. That's just my opinion. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to get the most controversy out of them. So the Motionless in White is playing. The next band that is playing is Born of Osiris. Now, kind of not too shocked that they're playing. They are a deathcore band that incorporate elements of progressive metal and technical death metal. I wasn't too big into a higher. I mean, actually, I kind of got into a higher place. Their first debut was a decent effort, and then a Discovery came out. The Discovery came out, and I was actually very impressed by the Discovery. It had a lot of just cool elements to it. Really cool drumming, guitar. The guitars in it. The vocals were pretty good. But it was really cool stuff, man. I liked it, and I'm really excited to see them at Mayhem Fest. So that's really cool that they're playing, and definitely check them out. I really liked the keyboards in the Discovery, by the way. There's lots of really cool, just eerie keyboards. I wouldn't say ambient keyboards, but just like these different sounds that come in. There's sometimes in the breakdowns that go in. Really cool. So, yeah, Born of Osiris, really cool band. The next band up will cause a lot of controversy, in my opinion. Give or take more than Ask Alexandria. Emure is playing. Now, Emure is a deathcore band that has, that kind of brings that, has some elements of nu metal in it, and, nu metal and stuff like that. What can I say about this band? I am actually, I'm going to say it. I'm an Emure fan. Call me whatever type of kid. I don't really care. I think they're great workout music. That's, great stuff to mosh. They're just fun. They're not super technical. The lyrics, a lot of times are very controversial, but sometimes the lyrics are good. Sometimes they're kind of But, it's all about throwing down, right? I think my favorite effort was Goodbye to the Gallows, I think it was called. And if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get hate mail comments just up the mail. But Slave to the Game is their latest effort, and it has pretty cool little elements of nu metal, grooves in there. You can kind of hear a little bit of the Deftones in there. And I know I'm going to get hate for that comment too, but you can hear it in the guitars. The vocals are still kind of, you get those highs, lows, pretty standard stuff, but one thing that the vocalist does do is kind of do like this, kind of spoken word, almost, just kind of like a psycho spoken word, type of thing, and they'll go into a scream. But most of the time, it's pretty simple, palm muted stuff. It's what it is, what it is. It's hardcore, deathcore, whatever you want to call it. But it's, you know what? I think they're pretty good. I like them. You know what? They're good. They're fun to listen to. Call me whatever, a hardcore kid or whatever. All right, the next band, hailing from Poland, the almighty Behemoth is playing again. I'm so happy. It's Behemoth. Behemoth is a black and death metal band from Poland. It's freaking Behemoth. Enough said. Conquer all, man. Alas, the Lord is upon me. Dude, these guys are amazing. They're a black and death metal band. Oh shoot, man. I'm sorry, I'm having like a fangirl moment, but Behemoth is one of the best bands. I saw them back in 2009 when they first played MAYHEM Fest. It was great stuff, man. Behemoth, yeah, I love it. The drums. You know what? There's one thing about I do not know how to pronounce the latest effort. I think it's Evangelion or something like that. I love the drumming in that. The snaring hi-hats, the double bass pedal, just fantastic. The guitar work was great. The mix mastering on that album was incredible, in my opinion. Incredible. The vocals are just commanding roars over just hate-filled. Don't even know how to explain, man. Go see Behemoth. If you're going to this festival, you need to make time to go see the almighty Behemoth. Evangelion, check that stuff out. Demigod's great. Satanica. Check that stuff out. Alright, the next band now is Children of Bodom. They kind of mix a little bit of power metal within. They are melodic death metal, though. What can I say about them? I like Blood Drunk. I'm not really into Children of Bodom, but here's the thing. I kind of like how I really wasn't into Motionless in White at first. Someone give me an album to check out, or a song, or just give me an album to check out that isn't Blood Drunk. I will check it out and give you my, and listen to it. They're a melodic death metal band. Their guitars, man, are crazy. Yeah, I love their guitars. They're great. Personally, I think they deserve a spot. They definitely deserve a spot. But yeah, Children of Bodom, I don't know too much about them. So please, besides Blood Drunk, give me an album to listen to by them so I can kind of get into them before I go see these guys. Love to hear a little bit more about them. I know that's me coming from a dude like me, not even knowing some bands. It's quite a shame. All right. Next band is Battlecross. Kind of like they have elements of thrash, melodic death metal, power metal. I don't know too much about them either, but they sound pretty cool. I saw them on getmetal.org. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing them. What albums do they have out right now? I'm trying to find the one now. Listen, I'm going through my iTunes library. I got so much crap. What is it? Pursuit of Honor. So, I'm gonna get more into these guys. Once again, EP, demo, album, send it to me so I can get into it. Battlecross. The next band is Job for a Cowboy. They are a death metal band, and they are pretty awesome. They also played in 2009 with Behemoth on the 2009 MAYHEM Fest. I know a little bit more about Job for a Cowboy, a lot, because they used to be one of my favorite bands. Their latest after Demonocracy was pretty good, a solid death metal album. But in my opinion, Ruination is still my all-time favorite. I love that they had a little bit more technical death metal flourishes in it. The vocals were great. It was just brutal. Genesis was a great CD as well. That was more just straightforward death metal. But Demonocracy kind of put Genesis and Ruination kind of together. And it was a solid effort. So if you like death metal, go check out Job for a Cowboy. And for people who are still looming that they are deathcore, honestly, it's metal. It's death metal, man. It's death metal. So go check out Job for a Cowboy. If you want an album, if I were to give you an album to kind of like get you started on, check out Ruination. The vocals are great. The guitars are technical. The drumming is just amazing. Just amazing. All right. And headlining that is Machine Head. I knew a little bit more about this band. I asked my friend a little bit about them. They gave me the Nusi, the Locust. They are a thrash and groove band. I like them. I kind of like these dudes. These guys got great. I really like the Locust, their latest effort. So I can't wait to see them again. Now I saw them back in 2011. They put on a fantastic show, and I very much look forward to seeing them again. All right, now we're coming up to the big four. Now, one of the bands, next band, I am truly excited to see. All of the bands that I really am excited to see come from, Europe, I think. Yeah, Europe. Freaking Amon Amarth is playing. Yes, the Viking metal, melodic death metal masters are coming. I am so excited. This smile has not left my face. It has not left my face since swim practice. Amon Amarth is coming. And let me tell you, if you need to pick up Twilight of the Thunder God, just pick it up, listen to that album, and tell me that is not one of the best freaking metal albums out there, man. That awesome. Satura Rising was great. everything from Amon Amarth has seemed a little great. Some of their older stuff was a little meh, but their newer stuff, man, like worthy of being some of the best metal material I've ever, heard in ages. These guys are gonna. I know for a fact these guys are gonna be great. They played Wacken. They've done so much. They played like a night with Modern Marth, and they played like a 2-hour set, man, something like that. It was just them. Had like an interlude in there, but yeah, Modern Marth. Check out Twilight of the Thunder God. Listen to that whole CD, and you will have a life. Next band. What can I say? It's Mastodon. Mastodon is a sludge progressive metal band. I love Mastodon. Their groove, just the fuzzy guitars, the Crystal Dragon on crystal meth drum style playing, the bellowing vocals, and the melodies. It was great. The Hunter was a great CD. Still personally, gonna have to go. Actually, yeah, Crack the Sky is still my favorite CD. Not gonna lie, but the Hunter was still pretty. It was still up there. Blood Mountain's awesome. Leviathan was awesome. Remission's awesome. All their CDs are awesome. So if you like sludge metal, check out Mastodon. If you like stoner metal, check out Mastodon. And if you like progressive metal, check out Mastodon. If you like any metal, check out Mastodon. I guarantee these guys are awesome. If you haven't heard of Mastodon, please listen to them. If I were to recommend an album by Mastodon, go listen to, actually, you know what, to say fair, listen to The Hunter. Or go listen to Leviathan. Actually, go listen to Leviathan, sorry. Leviathan, The Hunter, then Crack the Sky, or Blood Mountain, or whatever. Just, Leviathan's probably the best choice. Alright, next band. Now, for some reason, on Facebook, this band is the most hated. I don't know why, but Five Finger Death Punch is playing, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty damn excited. They are a groove metal band, heavy metal band from there. They're pretty good. I like them. Now, American Capitalist was a good effort. They kind of went a little poppy at times with the vocals and such like that, but I didn't think it was bad. They still had that grit to it. My favorite album is still their first album, The Way of the Fist. If I were to recommend an album, once again, check out The Way of the Fist. It's so cool. I think it was a great album. I think all their albums are great. They're all solid. I just personally like the first album a little bit more. I thought it was a little bit heavier. War is the Answer is the second album. That was a great one. That had Dying Breed. That was a cool song, man. But yeah, you name it. Kind of groove metal guitars. You got these gritty melodic vocals and these just drill sergeant yells over, these. I want to give credit. The double bass on some of these songs, man, are awesome. So, Five Finger Death Punch, man, those guys rock. Those guys rock. I don't know why people are giving them so much crap. They actually play good live too. Saw them back and they were great. I don't know why people are giving them crap. I think they're better. They're pretty good. I like them. Check them out, man. They're great. And the big headliner is Rob Zombie. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Rob Zombie. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad at all. He's great, but just it's Rob Zombie, man. A little bit of industrial, a little bit of horror punk. It's Rob Zombie. What could you say, man? It's Rob Zombie, the master, the legend. So overall, this lineup, I think, is one of the best lineups. That's just me. Personally, the 2009 lineup was my favorite. Just saying. Black Dahlia Murder. Ever Black and they're playing Warped Tour. Come on, guys. It's the Black Dahlia murder. I am actually going to Warped Tour for one reason and one reason only. You know what that is? The Black Dahlia murder. It's the Black Dahlia murder. Only one band I want to see. Black Dahlia murder. I'm sorry. Fangirling. So, back to the subject. I think the lineup this year is great. It's solid. It's got, you know, I like the diversity. Once again, these guys, MAYHEM Fest is going for diversity. And they're, you know, I mentioned that last year. They're going for diversity because they need to realize some of these newer bands, they're the future. Like it or not, you know, Metal Elitist, hate on me, but guess what, man? Rob Zombie's not going to be here forever. You know, all these other bands are not going to be here forever. So they understand that we're making way for, you know, these guys. Because Motionless in White might become, you know, like one of the legends in the future. I'm not saying they are legends. I'm saying they might become. Give them 30 years. See how, okay, look at Metallica. Look at Metallica now. That's like over I think more than 30 years. I know that for damn sure. But what I'm saying is, you know, they're making way for these new bands because they know that they are the future. They need to give them a chance. I like this. I love the diversity in the lineups lately. You know, that's just me. Personally, I would still want to die to see Rammstein on a MAYHEM Fest. Am I not the only one that thinks Rammstein should be on MAYHEM Fest? Alright, I'm sorry I'm ranting, but it is a rant. I'm going to try and make this quick. If there's any bands that you should have thought have been on the lineup, comment. If there's anything, you know, you want to discuss with me about music, comment. If there's any albums I need to check out, or bands I need to check out, comment. And check out my band as Calvary Comes. I do keyboards for them. They're a metalcore, experimental, post-hardcore band. They rock out pretty good. They were on the intro song. They'll be on the outro song. So listen, thank you so much. Comment. Let's talk music. Let's not hate. Let's talk. Tell me what bands you want to see next year, and tell me what bands you thought you should have seen this year. Thank you so much. Keep it metal.